Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. For all those Maplers not sure yet which class to main I'm making this series, I'll be showcasing all the updated hunting and bossing on every class after the Destiny update. I'll talk about their gameplay and why you could potentially main one of these classes. I divided this series into 5 parts based on every class type, so one for the warriors, the magicians, the thieves, the archers and the pirates. With today, the thieves. I hope you enjoy and that this video helps you pick a main character. We're starting off with the 3 explorer thieves, starting with the Night Lord. This class uses throwing stars and used to be one of the most OP classes in the game. They're known to be glass cannons, having low defensive stats and HP, but they can deal a ton of damage, like seriously, like a lot of damage. Night Lords have some of the most powerful bursts in the game. They're easily able to melt through any boss if they can survive long enough. Night Lords after Destiny have gotten improved mobbing with more projectiles shooting out after using their main mobbing attack. Their grinding still isn't the most amazing and they require funding before they really start feeling nice. But once those small stars that pop out when attacking start 1 or 2 shotting, this class's mobbing will feel a lot better. So they do require some funding for that. Night Lords also got a new dash with the Destiny update, and they can use their dark side skill to dodge boss debris, so they aren't completely helpless in boss battles, you just gotta evade stuff. But this class does not have their own invincibility frame or bind skill that can be used to stun a boss. If you like a high risk, high reward playstyle on a very mobile class, whose grinding will only feel nice after a bit of funding, and you like to blow up bosses with your crazy burst, then check out this class. Next up are the Shadowers, the dagger-wielding explorer thieves. This class's mobbing skill also got improved with the Destiny update. They also used to have a lot of stacking skills like their flip of the coin hyper skill and their critical growth skill. But after the Destiny update, all these skills have been changed into either toggles or passives, making it a lot easier for the Shadower to maintain and keep up their buffs. They also have a few unique mechanics and buffs. They can, for example, steal potions from monsters that heal you instantly, and the same potions stolen from boss monsters grant buffs. Shadowers passively fight more mesos than other classes and have more survivability than some of the other thieves. Thanks to their shield mastery skill, they take 60% less damage. When bossing, Shadowers use their Assassinate skill in combination with their newly enhanced Meso Explosion. You'll be weaving both attacks together for additional damage, that and your 5th job burst skills of course. Shadowers can teleport to monsters, dash and slash their way across the map and have Dark Side for additional survivability. And they can even provide a little bit of support to their party with their smokescreen skill. They are great bossers and similar to the Night Lord require a bit more funding, so their small meso projectiles can one-shot or 2-shot monsters to feel a bit better when mobbing. They are a lot less complex now after the Destiny update and are great to pick up for Maplers who are looking for an assassin-like gameplay style and are willing to fund their character for a bit better mobbing. The third and final explorer thief is the dual blade. If the 1 dagger from bandits wasn't enough for you, then how about 2 daggers? Well, a dagger and a katana, but still. This class has as much mobility as it has job advancements, with a total of 7 job advancements if you don't count the beginner skills. Dual bladers are able to slash and dash across the map, comboing their skills together while leveling early on. Later on they grind using mainly their Blade Fury mobbing attack and their short cooldown 5th job skills, together with their amazing mobility skills of course. Dual blades specialize in ignoring enemy defense, a stat necessary for bossing. All bosses have very high defense, so the more you can ignore of that, the better. Dual blades 4th job skills, hyper skills and 5th job skills all have passive built-in ignore enemy defense buffs, making it easier to boss with this class as it requires less funding. And thanks to the Destiny update buffs, they can dish out their burst a lot faster now, leaving more room for additional attacks. They aren't super tanky like the warriors, but they do have a chance to heal whenever they attack enemies, and the dual blades can summon a mirror target that draws an enemy attacks and absorbs damage. If you want to start bossing fast and like the mobility and low cooldown skills of this class but are okay with having average grinding rates, then check out this one. The next class is the Night of Sickness Nightwalker. This class is similar to the Night Lord and also uses a claw and throwing stars. However, this class makes use of small bats that bounce around enemies to mob better instead of those stars popping out. The Nightwalker is a bit more well-rounded as well compared to the Night Lord, with passive healing, shields, a revive skill and even a bind skill. This class can carry its own weight in boss battles. Similar to the Night Lord, they have really nice burst damage and require more funding before they start feeling really nice to grind with. Once your bats deal enough damage to 1-shot or 2-shot, your grinding will feel pretty good. Nightwalkers use their 5th job skills, both during mobbing and bossing. They're pretty fun in my opinion. You can place down a shadow clone that mimics your attacks, or create shadow spears from the ground for additional damage. One of their hyper skills creates even more shadow clones, so you have like a small army of clones following you everywhere. With the Destiny update, this class did get some nice quality of life changes. For example, the cooldown on their backdash skill was removed and their bind cooldown was decreased. Jump attacking causes the Nightwalker to attack slightly faster. They can even change the double jump so they can double jump in place for more airtime. However, with the MapleStory Global and MapleStory C upcoming winter update, this class will be remastered, removing the need to jump attack and adding more bats for better mobbing. These changes are still being tested in the MapleStory Korea test client, but do keep in mind that this is coming. Next up is the anima thief Hoyoung. This class is a handful, or more accurately a keyboard full. Hoyoungs have a ton of skills, many of which have short cooldowns, and he has multiple gauges that needs to be managed. This might seem off-putting at first, and it doesn't help that his skill descriptions are really long and confusing, but once you pick up this class and learn about the skills, he actually isn't all that bad. You use certain elemental attacks to fill up your meters. Once filled up, you use buffs or attacks to fill up the other meter, and that's literally about it. This class is all about finding a nice rotation for your skills and keeping your cooldowns in mind. Like most thieves, they have excellent mobility and high base damage. Before the Destiny update, this class together with the Adele and Arc class were regarded as the top 3 classes in the MapleStory Korea version. Because this class is already standing above everyone else, they did not get any notable changes or increases in damage with the Destiny update. So it's very nice of Hoyoung to actually let the others finally catch up to him. Oh, and it's also good to mention this class does have its own bind as well. If you enjoy managing your gauges and cooldowns while having very fixed skill rotations, enjoy high mobility and very flashy skills, then check out this class. Next up is the thief class Xenon, who's part of the Resistance story. This unique android can wear both pirate and thief gear and uses 3 main stats instead of just 1, strength, dex and luck, making it a bit harder to fund this class in the regular servers as you'll be going for those all stat percentages on your potential. Xenon is also a gauge class. They need to collect energy to boost their damage and to use some of their skills. Xenons can switch modes between their main mobbing attack, and depending on the map layout and if they're bossing, they can also use multiple zone summons that attack enemies, making it easier to cover large parts of the map when grinding. Xenon's got about a 15% increase in final damage with the Destiny update, which always feels good, and the cooldowns of some of their skills were slightly lowered, and in the upcoming updates, Xenon main's bombing attack will get some slight buffs as well. They're a very versatile class with different skill setups for different situations. They do require unique funding, which can be a bit harder to obtain. They do have their own bind and long invincibility frame 5th job skill for additional safety. Their mobility skills aren't that crazy, but they can fly, which can be nice to cheese with during some boss fights. If you enjoy the versatility of this class, make sure to check it out. Next up is the Nova Thief Cadena, a class perfect to main for those looking to challenge themselves. Cadena can be a handful to learn and has a pretty high skill ceiling. She uses a lot of different attacks, and almost all of those attacks have short cooldowns that last a few seconds. All those different attacks use different weapons, and when you're switching weapons, they will allow for additional attacks to appear, those chains that are popping out. So when you're grinding, you have to find a nice rhythm to use your skills in, keeping the short cooldowns in mind. Most of her skills displace her as well, which isn't too bad when you're grinding, but that's a different story for when you're bossing. Thankfully, most of her attacks can be animation cancelled by using her pursuit skill. This skill also latches to monsters that can be used as sort of a grappling hook to get to monsters quickly, which is really fun. Using this pursuit skill after an attack with a weapon stops the movement, but that ain't all. Her basic chain attack also buffs the damage of your next attack, so most Cadenas first use the first attack on their chain skill, then use an actual attack with a weapon and then cancel that attack's movement with their pursuit skill. You can mix this up with her various attacking skills. Her damage and grinding is just fine, but the high skill ceiling does mean it's a less popular class. Some of her attacks did get small damage boosts with the Destiny update, and in a future update she'll get another 2-second invincibility frame as well. If you enjoy animation cancelling, having your own bind, comboing your low cooldown skills, and enjoy a higher skill ceiling compared to most classes, make sure to check out Cadena. And the final thief class is Phantom, the hero thief. This class' main gimmick is that Phantom can steal skills from explorer classes, making this by far the most versatile class in the game. On paper though, because in reality you'll mostly steal just a few skills. Phantom cannot steal everything though. Skills like Shadow Partner and passives cannot be stolen, so you're limited to just attacks and most buffs. All those skills will be weaker than the original skills as well. Phantom's own damage isn't that great. His burst is sick though, and his 5th job skill Luck of the Draw even got a boost in damage with the Destiny update. Besides that, Phantoms are not known to deal a lot of damage. They have plenty of mobility and survivability, being able to for example steal the Paladin Hyperskill invincibility frame, and they have plenty of their own tools as well. You can even steal bosses their buffs. They do have some supportive tools as well, like a buff from Luck of the Draw, and they can steal party skills. But be careful with maining a Phantom. Besides his good looks and unique skills, he does require a ton of funding to get on a similar level than most other classes. And there were all thieves in MapleStory. I hope this video was useful and that will help you pick a thief main. And as always, many thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoy, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Mora, Wiley, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Anwar NHI, Ziggy Deer, Flidiot, Knifesu, Chat125, Cloudfix, Gusus Rodriguez, Froggy, Vira, Trevor, Michael Menchaca, Ratius, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Stevie Zhang, Afterlord_MS, ceemak, Striker Elk, Tidal1Pun, Victor Sundstrom, Radical Jaws, Ricer Aryu, Gummy Bullet, Lovebird, Sir Tito655, Mathias Simonsson, Mr. Narc, Kalando Balavia, my name is Coppersan and I'm super cute XOXO, PC Game Life, Dante Victory, Stanislaus Sumo Vegas, Swap to Bish, Road to level 235, 30k stat ! Reboot, The Passenger, Martin Panzik, I'm Disappointed, Lucky Beats, Gable Egg, Penero Benatti, Conrad Castales, Ace Light, Ben Wolf, Max Bernhardt, Doc on the Talker Box, Muka 1017, BNB King, Scotty Fly Fast and Priscilla. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!